What's going on, guys? You should be able to hear me. I hope so. If not, this is pretty awkward. Gotta fix this mic. What's going on, man? What's going on? I know I don't normally stream to this channel. I know that. I'm not going to act like I do. But I'm hoping you guys can hear me fine. You know, I think, we can do more stuff like this in the future. I honestly do. I know a lot of people don't normally expect me to stream for this, but I can't stream from ILP for everything. And I want to do more. And I feel like the only way I'm going to do more is if I establish my own channel. You know, I do got this channel that I've been pretty much using for, informational videos for a while now. And I think I'm going to start slowly converting it to more live streams, stream games too. I think I want to do more of that kind of stuff. I feel like if I really put some effort into it, I could see some results. Because I'm not going to lie, like the videos just wasn't doing it for me anymore. For the most part, it was always one of those things where it's like, it's not that I was forcing myself to do the videos because I enjoy doing them. It's just I wasn't as entertained as I used to be, if that makes sense. Hold on, let me get a drink. And some people do enjoy my opinions on matters. I will say that. Some people do enjoy it. So I do think I need to put more effort into this channel as terms of a live streaming thing. I think I'm going to do a little bit differently. Those are the topics I'll be talking about. And keep in mind, I'll talk about just about anything you guys bring up in here. But those are the ones I'm generally going to try to stay to. Because that's just, I feel like that's how it goes. Now, I do have, I kind of want to play games while I do this. Have a little bit of a conversation with, my community. Get to know you guys a little bit more because, I got like 3,800 if you follow me. Might be a little bit less than that. I don't know. Let me look. I can't remember how many subscribers I have. Maybe 34, 35. I got 3,500 of you, man. 3,500 of you. And I do feel like, I don't really get to know the gaming addict community. I don't really get to know them too much, and I feel like let's improve that. So hey, my name's Addict. Do a podcast every Sunday at 1 p.m. on the Iron Lords podcast channel, and I do a podcast every Wednesday at 5 p.m. at the same time. This generally goes out on the ILP channel. We a little early, a little bit, but I do feel like we can really kick off, have some fun on this channel, man. I do want to stream some classics. I think some of you know what kind of games I generally like. I was thinking about emulating Final Fantasy Tactics eventually. And like I said, what I'm going to do with these is I want to play these games, but I also want to, have just general conversation. For those of you who know, I do the reviews on the ILP channel. And sometimes I get into situations where, I'm just sitting here for a long time just playing games. And, that's not a bad thing or anything like that. But I do feel like, sometimes what I can do is, bring it to this, stream the games on my channel. And, that way I'm killing two birds with one stone. I'm giving some good content, give some good streaming, have some good conversation. Because that's the biggest thing about these, man. We're going to have good conversations. And, and then we'll evolve it from there. If I feel like it needs to carry on and I need to increase what I'm doing, then, I'll do that. I'm wondering why the game isn't coming through the headset. It seems like it's going through the complete wrong thing here. It's kind of frustrating. Did that work? Of course we have issues. We always have issues. So what's up, chat, man? You know, we got a game we playing called the Symphony of War today. Like I said, there's the topics. We'll be playing the game, and we'll also be discussing, modern stuff that's going on right now. Plus we'll talk about whatever you guys want to talk about as well. I don't really care what the topic really is. It's just about a chill chat, man. We having a chill chat talking about, little things that you guys could talk about. We got a lot of stuff that we can go over. As you guys know, I cover pretty much everything in the industry. So there's always something to talk about when it comes to gaming. I'm still trying to figure out why this isn't working the way it should be. It doesn't even look like it's registering, but it's coming through my headset sometimes. See, this is what people don't show you when it comes to dealing with nonsense like this in the industries. You have to constantly readjust and find out why something isn't working. See, there's no reason why that should be playing on the screen. It should be going through my headset, but it's not. I don't know. Alright, for some reason it switched my headset to something. See, man, this is stuff I'll be talking about. This is the struggles, man. The struggles. What's up, Loop73? What's going on, man? I hopefully we'll build up a little community in the next few months that we can have engaging conversations. That'd be nice. We can have some engaging conversations in the chat. It don't have to be gaming related. I'd prefer to keep it gaming related. The one thing I probably won't really go into is like my political stances on stuff. I feel like that's just going to blow up in my face. If you guys get my drift. It's something we should probably stick to talking about, man. That's just me. I feel like that might blow up in our face if we do that. A few seconds. Oh, what's up, Loop? So you joined in here, Loop. Exactly how did you find me? I'm kind of curious. Was it through like the ILP chat? I'm kind of curious how you found me. Because sometimes I'd be wondering where you guys be coming from. But they don't really tell you. They never tell you where people come from. They just be like, you gonna find out on your own. Sympathy of the Night. Is Sympathy of the War Night even on here? Oh, there it is. It is. I was going to say, that's weird if it's not on here. I thought people were talking about me. I was like, what'd I do? I need to stay off Twitter for right now. Make this my priority. What's up, Dick? Rico, I follow you on Twitter. Oh, that's what's up, Loop. Yeah, a lot of people follow me, don't even have a YouTube channel. And I think I've always been told by everyone that I'm a better streamer than I am content creator. And I think I make okay videos. I don't think they're like anything amazing. But I don't think I can show a lot of my personality in those videos. I thought it was at 1. Dude, first it was at 3. But then I got caught up in stuff I do on the side, like my side hustle. And that just hit me at randomly. And then I had to move it to 5. So now I'm here at 5. The girls should be coming over here in the next couple hours. So I'll probably have to stop streaming then. But we good for a little bit, man. We good for a little bit. So let me go ahead and switch over the scenes. Hopefully this works the way it's supposed to. Because sometimes it doesn't. All right, there we go. Let me move this down a little bit. All right. Let's see, man. We got this. Man, it's huge. WBG. Oh, that's what's up, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I need to do more podcasts in general, but I get in my feelings that people don't that people don't invite me to podcasts, so I never like invite myself. Because part of me thinks it's rude as hell to just be, yo, let me on your podcast, bruh. And I think that's a little rude, so I don't do that. But I think I got to get out of that because sometimes people don't know I want to be on their shows. We got to play some of that Fall Guys. And, oh, yeah. So this is the game I'm playing right now. All right. Now, I know this game looks like that over the PC bullshit people be telling you about. That's why we mixing this, man. We do them both. We gonna have some engaging conversations, and if you like the gameplay, you know, stick to the gameplay. Play some of the gameplay. Look what we playing. It's okay, man. Everybody wins. Let me see if I can get this this setting up because I have to play this. I'm trying to get this done by Sunday because I would like to do my review after the IOP Sunday. If I had to push it a week, I had to push it a week. But I'm not trying to push it a week. I'm trying to finish this Sunday. We can do it, though. We can do it. So far, you know, it's like I said, it's not like a huge budgeted game, as you could see. But, man, if I would tell you this game is entertaining. Like the drama that's going on in this game is epic. And I've been pretty into it, man. I've been pretty into it. We liking some chaos stuff going on right now. We got to deal with a bunch of that stuff. So that's what I've been doing right now. I've been trying to stop the world from going into chaos. And I'm not doing that good of a job. You know, we'll see. You know, it's like I said, I know some of you ain't going to enjoy this kind of game. You ain't going to appreciate it. But, you know, that's why we're going to go through these topics, you know. We're going to go through these topics. The first topic is the channel update. Now, this is how the channel going to work from now on. I do want to start incorporating more of these. Now, if I were to give like an example of the type of channel that I want to do my content more like theirs, it would be like Player Essence, where, you know, he does videos throughout the week, but then, you know, but he sits down there, he sits with his community, plays games with them, plays games like this. Obviously, I know some of you ain't going to like this type of game. But I do want to give, you know, the people that do, I think you should try it out, man. So pretty much what's going on here is this is the world of whatever this world's called. Tarina, you guys know I can't pronounce shit. Year 999. It's kind of weird, and I kind of said that real Nazi-like, you know. That kind of I feel ashamed of myself for saying it like that. But so pretty much what's going on is there's a war going on in this world right now. You know, it's kind of like a church thing where you are part of the church, and the church have, for the most part, been just obliterated everywhere. You know, you were actually helping the church up here in this area in the first part of the game. And then what happened is by the time you got to the main land, this dude that got you killed at the beginning, well, he thought you were dead. He ends up pretty much convincing the rest of the world that you were bad thoughts. So then what happened after that is he just got your enemies against you, and he marched them on you here in this little area right here. And then what happened here is they just teamed up on your ass, man. There was like so many people, I thought I had to kill them. It was like one of those things where you were going to lose regardless. Like there's nothing you could do to win. So then they captured your ass because clearly they jumped you. And then they executed you, and you took over the chick named Diana. And she's pretty much like the last paladin, which what happened was after I was quote unquote executed, I don't think you're executed. I think you're going to come back in some way, shape, or form. Some dude with this mask shows up, kind of like Garland from Final Fantasy 9, or you know what I'm saying, like those things, or one of the Darksiders. You know, what's the Darksider's name? The original one. I don't know his name, but pretty much someone like him showed up in the game, and he's just OP. You see him on the battlefield, the main character's like, run, don't fight him. We can't fight that dude. So what do? I run because I listen to what I'm told. So that's pretty much where we're at right now. You know, Diana's trying to navigate through these people, trying to make sure that we don't get killed because that dude just pops up out of nowhere. You know, he's pretty much enslaved the most of the world. Diana's kids are in here somewhere, And every time we catch up to these kids of Diana's, the evil emperor grabs them and retreats to another part of the country. So that's what we're doing, looking for her kids. And we're just trying to do whatever we can to survive because that evil demon dude is showing up just killing everybody. So that's where we are right now. Everyone knows that this is a losing battle. See, it's like I told you. Shit's gone real. We ain't fighting these people where we are right now. So we're going to have to figure out a way around it. It's kind of a grid space game, kind of a turn-based strategy game. Always on the run, always catching up, reacting. Too many have gotten into the beliefs of the Xanus cultists or have given up. The Xanus cultist people, like the key person there is that dude with the mask, the dude from Darksiders, or, you know, he's not the dude from Darksiders, but you guys get what I'm saying. This is Diana. So pretty much like what we're doing right now is, I already read this, is we got to go to the mount. The mount, it's like a place where all this started, and we got to go there and take this prophecy book that we have, and we got to take that to the top of that place and hopefully get some stuff taken care of. But if you look at, like, you know, the organized, pretty much how this game goes is, you know, you got your main players. Like, here's Diana. This chick a beast. I could put this chick anywhere in this game, and she acting like like everyone is beneath her. So first thing I want to do is go to this marketplace. So we got some new people here. You don't really got a mage with Diana. I don't got a mage. Maybe that's something that we need to invest into, is a mage. I don't know yet. I don't know. See, here's my archer. I think this dude needs work. I don't know what I'm going to do to him. You know, he's the leader. Every squad has a leader. And every leader goes with other people. So we got these 3 people back here. They're my archers because he's an archer. I don't know why I felt like, because the main dude's an archer, to make it to an archer, you know, place. I want to make him into a war bow. And pretty much what a board bow does is your guess as good as mine. It does look like powerhouse archer units can attack from up to 3 tiles away. So I don't know what powerhouse means either. So, you know, we got that taken care of. But this is pretty much what I've been playing here recently. You know, we'll play a little bit more on that. So it's like I said, the channel update is going off of this. It's like, you know, I want to do more stuff like this, play games, have just chill conversations with you guys. You know, play more games with the community, you know, Fall Guys. People were mentioning GTA 5. I'm not really the biggest GTA fan. I don't know why. Me and GTA just never got along. You know, games like this, you know, really see what's going on. I do want to still continue doing videos, but I want to do stuff that I actually encourage and stuff that I really like. I think that's what's really important, making sure that it's titles and stuff that really interests me. Like, you know, I think I'm going to do like top 5s, stuff like that. And I know a lot of the people follow me for the console stuff, and I know a lot of you probably ain't going to like this direction. You'll probably still watch the videos, for those of you that do watch the videos, but I do want to generate this channel more towards a live audience, you know, playing games, you know, live streams, talking about topics that going on in the industry. You know, this one I'm going to do a little bit of mixture of them, talk about what's going on. Keep in mind, you guys can put in the chat whatever you guys want to talk about. It's this biggest thing I want to focus this around is like community, you know, just community talking for the most part. You know, we'll talk in the chat. We just chat it up, man. I want to chill streams. That's what I want. I want chill streams. And I feel like I got to really start directing this podcast towards that direction. Now, obviously, we'll have some people unsub, but, you know, for the people that stick around, appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. So, you know, I think what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the topics at hand. Probably go back to that other scene. I will still play this while I'm talking about it. But, you know, we'll chat it up, man. We'll chat it up. So the topics we're going to talk about is Gamepass. Actually, you know, if this night game comes in, I would actually like it to be part of it. Final Fantasy 13 is trash. It definitely is trash, Hans. I don't like that game. Like, look, I'm not going to say it's trash, but what I'll say is it's not a coincidence when those games started we started having bad Final Fantasies. Look, 12 was okay. I think it was the downslide. It's like, it's when it started going downhill. But I think 13 is when it just dropped straight off the face of the planet. It dropped straight off the face of the planet. And I think 15 was a little bit step in the right direction, but I don't think Final Fantasy is a shell of what it used to be. And to be honest with you, I think it's going to take a while before we can get that pure Final Fantasy back. If that makes sense to you guys. So you guys can have dragons on this game too. I like that. But the problem is when you get dragons, you don't really got a lot of options that you can do with the dragons. Because as you can see, I only have 2 units here. And keep in mind, it's like tiles. Like you have to kill these people first before you can get to the dragon. Part of me feels like I should have like archers in the back and have the dragon out front. But I don't know. And back to the Final Fantasy thing. I think that's the reason that like Final Fantasy being with Sony, it upsets me, but it doesn't bother me 100%. Like it has made me leave like the Xbox ecosystem because Final Fantasy has been on the decline. And I think that's the reason you don't really see me leave as much as, some other people might have left. Because there's some people that's like generally upset that Final Fantasy is no longer really part of like Xbox. And I get that. I'm not going to act like I don't get that. But part of me does feel like, we got to be realistic with the matter. They paid for those exclusivities, so I can understand why, Sony's, big on that. And I think we got to really respect that. We got to respect the fact that they did pay for those games. So pretty much what we're going to do here is we're going to get some jewels. Like I said, this Jules dude, I don't think he's like the greatest. I think I need to do some more with him to make it. This dude that's Barbarius, dude, whatever his name is, he's pretty good. I like him. Like I said, man, chat, put in the chat what you guys want to talk about too. I can easily talk about everything. Like I said, we do got a topics that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk a little bit about Gamepass and, if it hurts the quality of the games that Microsoft is generating. And we got some community beef drama we're going to talk about. The stuff that I don't really make comments about, I usually keep it to myself. But we're going to talk about that too. And it's nothing like serious. So if you guys like want some serious drama, this probably isn't the best stream for you guys. I don't think that there's going to be serious drama going on with this. Hold up. Because I'm trying to stay away from like serious drama. But there's like some fun stuff that's been going on in the community that I'm kind of curious no one talks. Well, it's that people don't talk about. It's just I haven't really talked about it. So pretty much like you see here, like Stefan is a thief of some sort. So it's like I said, everyone's got leaders. Like this dude's got a bunch of archers. But this is the leader archer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Stefan go over here. What's up, Shadowbite? And I'm going to have him target their leader. So my people are just going to target the leader. And naturally, they're going to kill everyone else because it's just archers. Nothing to really worry about there. My archers don't really do a whole lot. Archer's kind of weak in this game. I'm going to be real with you guys. See, he's got 5 health left. They got one dude with 5 health. What are you going to do with one dude? What are you going to do with one dude? Probably not a lot. Probably not a lot. I feel like I'm not really that clear on this. I feel like I'm a little blurry. It's a little blurry. Maybe I could fix that. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I got some generic cheap ass monitors that make everything look blurry. That's probably what it is. I don't have like fancy monitors like other people have. Sooner or later I do want to upgrade those streams to give you guys a better, well, not necessarily give me a better experience with streaming. You got one dude shooting arrows. One dude. Acting like he gonna do something. And it's gonna take a lot for them to get through like Diana. Diana is like invincible in this game. It's kind of crazy how hard it is to kill Diana. I could literally put Diana on this map by herself and they might kill her. They might. But, you know, I think that's the direction I'm going to do. I'm going to do a lot of more stuff on TikTok. You know, I'm pretty much making this channel a streaming channel. I'm not really going too hard on it because I don't want it to be just about me playing games. I want it to be about us talking about stuff, about having some community, you know, discussions about what's going on. It's like I said, the only thing I don't feel comfortable doing is, I don't know if I feel comfortable doing like politics. Maybe if some politics are coming into the gaming industry, maybe then I'll talk about it. But I don't feel comfortable, you know, hardcore talking about politics, if that makes sense to you guys. Because I feel like as serious as some political stuff is, you know, I myself don't want to talk about that kind of stuff because I feel like it makes people uncomfortable. Hey, babe. Yeah, that's my girl down there. And let me go ahead and make her a mod on here. All right, babe. Text me and tell me that that's you, so I know. Because look, here, some people are weirdos. What they'll do is they'll make a fake account of you, and they'll go in there acting like that's you, and I mod you, and you just screw up my whole damn stream. So tell me that before we do that. Mark, what's your gamer tag, bro? It's Lord Addict, like 2256 or some shit like that. I don't know. Maybe I should put that in the stream somewhere for the next stream. Is what exactly is my stuff, you know? And I'll probably, what I'll do is I'll keep these up maybe a day after, but I'm gonna unlist them and keep just the videos, because I'm real weird when it comes to stuff like that. I want the videos to look more impressive on the channel. I don't know, I like my thumbnails and I like to keep them looking like that, so that's probably what I'll do. You guys will know, for those that just like the videos, what's the videos and what's not the videos. How is Game Pass ruining games? Okay, Troll Addict. Okay, look. Let me make sure my girl texted me. Until she texts me, I'm not going to make that a... I got to see her text me first before I make that anything. Because I want to make her a mod, but the last thing I need to do is have some issues with... I hear people say that. All right, now look, I'm not going to say 100% that it's going to affect quality of games. But what I am scared... All right, so it does look like that is her. All right, that is her. All right, so let me go ahead and make her a mod real quick. All right, so what I will say is I'm here. Let me switch scenes real quick. Let's switch scenes, because I feel like this is a very thing that we need to talk about. All right, so I think Gamepass actually helps games. Let me turn down the game. All right, there we go. So here's where I think. This is where I'm at. I don't think that it's that Game Pass is going to hurt quality of games. I think a lot of indie games are going to be helped. I think that Game Pass gives Microsoft the ability not to spend as much on marketing, because you could just market the actual service. You don't have to market like everything else. But what I do think that, you know, I do think some games might get pushed a little bit more towards the games as a service, so they can make money off the games that are in Game Pass. You know, we'll have to see if that is a fear of mine that's not logical. I had to see more games come out on that. But as far as right now, I will say that people are overreacting when it comes to that. I don't think it necessarily hurts games. But what I will say is you got games like Halo Infinite. I don't know if that was always going to be a games as a service. And I don't think that it hurts the overall infrastructure of Game Pass. But I don't know if 343 is capable of handling a games as a service. So maybe you're seeing some of these games get hurt a little bit because it wasn't originally supposed to be a games as a service, and maybe they push that a little bit onto 343. Obviously, this is speculation. I will say one thing that I do see you're seeing, Game Pass and the infrastructure of Game Pass hurt something like their events, because when it comes to getting like stuff to show at their events, like this past E3 that we have. Now that is one game that it kind of hurt, but we don't know if it hurt at Troy Attic. All we know is that Halo Infinite is a games as a service, but we don't know if that is the result of something like Game Pass. And I don't think Microsoft will ever come openly and tell you something like that. But what I do know is that, for instance, the events. We cover the events. Most of the time we stream them on ILP. Can I? No, I can't. That's as far as they'll go back. All right. But so we do know when it comes to something like that what are they going to really go towards, Troy Addict? They're going to go towards these titles that they can get into their day and date, because that makes a lot of sense logic wise, that you're going to show those titles on your stage that you can get into the service Game Pass day and date. So, you're going to have a lot of stuff that looks kiddie, stuff that's indie friendly, stuff that is, single A, double A, because they can easily get those games into Game Pass. So you're going to see a lot of shows with a lot of these games in it. And I think that you are seeing some of these titles affect the overall aspect of Game Pass, because now they're not going to go over and try to pursue getting some of the third-party stuff like, Harry Potter and, certain things that they don't own. Like, I think they might try to get Battlefield because they have a good relationship with EA. But there's going to be some that you don't see because they are pursuing those games. And it's because they can't get those games in Game Pass, so it doesn't make as much sense to get those games on their platform. If that makes sense to you, Troy Addict. Right now, we got to see Fable. We got to see Hellblade 2. We got to see State of Decay 2. I think State of Decay 2 might go as a games as a service, because it kind of games as a service already. We got to see a little bit more on how these games that they're making now represents the brand then, if that makes sense to you. So once we see those, I think we can evaluate a little bit more if we can do that. So what you're saying is it's going to hurt first-party games and push third parties? No. Right. What I'm saying is, like, in terms of events, like the event we just had, their third parties, they're going to really go and get a lot of those third parties that can get into Game Pass day and date, because that is a very easy seller. Everything in this thing is going to be in Game Pass day and date. That's something that they're going to really push for. Now, my fear is they're going to push for those in like these events. So when you go to the next event, because they want to do that, they want to say everything shown at this show is part of Game Pass, you might see less, revealing of big titles. Like the new big titles, you're going to see more indie stuff that a lot of people don't like. But as you can see, let me go back to to what I was doing. Like, as you can see this, I'm playing an indie game. I love indie games. Actually, I hope this indie game would go into Game Pass, because I think this is good. Right now, it's only on PC and Switch. You will see more of these type of games in Game Pass, because it's more easy to go to a small-time developer like this, or, indie AA games, or, stuff that like THQ Nordic makes, and say, look, we need these games in Game Pass. What can we do to make them in Game Pass? And I think you're probably going to see more of that. If that makes sense. I hope it makes sense. Is that all you guys have to say, man? It's like I said, there's a lot of different concepts when it comes to this that leads into that. Now, I don't think that Xbox party stuff in general is taking a hit, but I will say that we're going to have to see what these games look like and how they function when the game actually comes out. So, Addict, tell us about the schedule for the show and what you're going to call it. Why does everyone want to know what I call shows? Everyone's always like, Addict, what you going to call your show? I don't know. I'm very bad at picking out names. I'm very bad at picking. Oh, that squad just got completely wiped out. See, you could do stuff like that easy. Just because this chick here is invincible doesn't mean the rest of my people are invincible. You could see they getting took out because you see these mages in the back. They're protecting them. They're protecting them hardcore. But did you see where I'm coming from, Troy? I want to make sure you understand what I'm saying. Because if not, I'll have to try to explain it a different way. If that makes sense. Yeah, I get annoyed when I get a lot of Xbox people that act like I can't highlight them. Like, for instance, Addict Show 2. Nah, I don't think we can call it the Addict Show 2. But, right now we have the Tactics Ogre coming to Xbox and Switch, but it's not coming to PC. I mean, it's coming to PC, PlayStation, and Switch, but it's not coming to Xbox. I probably will be reviewing that game, but it will be on the PC. This game I'm playing now is on PC. See, we'll see, babe. We'll see if I let you pick. But Troy, Addict, like, it's subject to change. We have to actually see what happens. Halo Infinite does give us an example of what can happen. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen, but we got to see more going into that matter before we can really determine if it's going to hurt Game Pass or not. I think it's a little halfway. I am a little concerned, especially events, because if they do more stuff like that, I'm concerned that they'll stick to stuff that we're not going to necessarily like. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm nervous about. I don't want to watch these events that's 45 minutes to 2 hours long, and they don't have really anything necessarily that applies to me, a lot of it. Call it the recovery show. Man, just because my name is Gaming Addict, you guys always be wanting me to name it like recovery show kind of sounds cool. I'm not gonna lie. The Winter Shoulder. If Final Fantasy Tactics skips Xbox, I'll be pissed. At this point, man, I think it's pretty much guaranteed. I hope I'm wrong, but it's just like they haven't done nothing to make me think that we're gonna get Tactics. But it's a good thing. This game is a little bit more like Tactics. I think you would actually like this game if you like Tactics. It's a little bit different than Tactics, obviously, because you're not controlling individual units. See, like this game, you control one person that controls individual units, but they attack on their own. So you want to set them up to fight people the way you would want to fight them. I don't think it was Game Pass, so 343 not knowing what they were doing with the game years and now the show. I get that, but we don't know how much of Microsoft resulted in that. We don't know if they pushed on, look, we're going to have Game Pass, we're going to put you in there, it's going to be a free-to-play. Maybe it was a free-to-play model, not necessarily Game Pass, I heard it, but we don't have that knowledge to really make that assumption. But I definitely understand it is a possibility. I am always the first person to say 343, they need to do better. And I think we can all agree that they need to do better. But I'm hoping that, the good thing is I don't 100% think 343 can't turn everything around. I do think they can. It's just how long are we willing to wait? Some people aren't willing to wait anymore. And I think that, we're into this position where, when I tell people to wait for something, we've been years of waiting. I don't blame them for not wanting to wait anymore. Just making a little bit of changes. What game is this? This game is called Symphony of War, I believe. That's what its name is. Symphony of War, like Symphony of the Night. It's called Symphony of War. Maybe I should try. It's on Steam, I think. I think that's where I'm playing it. I got a review code for it. I really liked it. We went to see them at PAX, but they kind of like messed up a little bit. They kind of. I wouldn't say they were false advertising, but they're kind of making you act like they was at PAX. But when you actually went there, they wasn't at PAX. But they hooked me up for code. It's like I said, I want to highlight more of these little games that I think a lot of people. You seen Forge? Yeah, I will agree with you. As long as Forge comes out and you could do. Did you see the game where they were playing Frogger with the cars going down over and over again. You know, here in a little bit after I beat this level, we might look at some of those Forge maps. I think some of them are very interesting. See, this chick got a dragon with her, man. What kind of healing unit do you guys know that has a dragon with them? That's why I liked it. Oh, this is a good game, man. It's a good game. I think you would enjoy it, especially if you like tactics. You know, the enemy goes, obviously. I don't think you guys have seen that. So they're probably going to kill some of these units. I don't know. He's losing a lot. I probably need to restructure him by this. I want to give him assassins, because that's the next thing. As you guys see, I got those paladins at the front. They're really helpful there. You track any of the Halo challenge? You're talking about playing the whole game by itself? If all the skulls on or something like that. I think there was like one skull that you didn't have to come on. Someone finally did it. Look, I even considered trying it. I did. I even considered trying it. But, you know, I just don't think that's something for me, guys. I'll end up going crazy trying to do that. You guys see how hard that shit is? Very much like Fire Emblem. Yes, it's got a lot in similar to Fire Emblem. I do think this game's a little bit more in-depth than Fire Emblem. Like, see, in Fire Emblem, it's been a while since I played Fire Emblem. But if you look at this, Diana, she's got 2 mages here. She's got a regular soldier here. She's got a paladin here, and she's got herself. So he's fighting this person. Obviously, you got the threat levels. You got good morale on each side. Look at this punk ass bitch named Burkhart. You know, we about to jack these people up. They ain't about to do nothing. You know, Diana's probably my strongest unit by far. So look at this. Nothing. Easy. Diana is a beast. This is a strong ass woman, man. This dude, on the other hand, he probably needs a restructure. I need to figure out something else to do to him. You know, the good thing is I can try to force them to surrender. As you can see, I have a mid chance of forcing them to surrender because they have lost their leader. So since they lost their leader, you know, we might be able to do it. So they did surrender, it looks like. I leveled up because of it. You know, let me lower. No, this is fine. You know, not everyone wants to see the game because we're not going to just play games here. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff. I never made any Forge match, but this time around, I'm going to try it out. All right, Troy Addict. Hear me out. I kind of want to make an ILP map called the Realm. And what it is the middle map is going to be like a round table where there's a table in the middle. There's chairs going around it. I don't know if we'll just have 4 chairs or like a Knights of the Realm chair where there's like 20. And then that middle area will be connected to other areas. And I'm going to make a place for every ILP member with a different theme, with the theme that they want. And then those will be connected through like corridor pathways that all will lead to the middle. I think I'm going to do that. When this realm comes out, I think that would be cool. Alright, so let's take this big-ass dragon. Let's target his leader. Nothing but archers. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. Because the dragon's pretty strong by itself. Are they Final Fantasy games similar to 7 Remakes? Was my first looking to play another, I know. Not really. Final Fantasy 7's kind of a one of its kind. Now, you can try 15. 15's a little bit modernized. I wouldn't recommend it. 15's okay, but I feel like there's a lot of good aspects of 15 missing. Musical chairs, basically. No, it won't be musical chairs. Those would be really more like decorative. Like, it won't be necessarily about, you know, fighting anything like that. It would be decorative. So let me take out this dude. If that makes sense to you guys. Did I lose? No, I didn't. He's right there. So you have mages that you can heal people. Now, you can't heal people once they already took down. It looks like you only heal one person at a time for the most part. You can put these archers in these little mountain spots. Now, if they could have put a little bit more of a budget on this game and make stuff look a little bit more cleaner, man, I think this game could have did very well. See, as you can see, these horses here, they lit, man. They lit. We're going to go ahead and target their leader. These dudes are annoying. Now, if you could see, you got regular knights. Now, I think this should be a fight that we're going to relatively win. I don't know. We might lose this fight. If you look at this dude, the leader is, he's a pretty strong unit. And they got mages in the back. So every turn, they're healing the ones that I don't kill. So they might do some damage. Because I got mages of my own. So we did take out the leader there. So that's good. So next turn, that'll be a lot easier. I would recommend Final Fantasy 15 for the cast alone. By far the realest feel bro friends in a Final Fantasy. They do. I think that the only thing I don't like about 15 is the fact that kind of went away from that general, you know, we're going to, I don't know, like most Final Fantasies have like a save the world complex, and that doesn't have a save the world complex a whole lot to me. It kind of feels like, you know, we're going to save our country, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. Like I said, there's not a bad thing about that game. It's a really good game. So we got a high chance. So we're going to make these two warriors surrender and these mages surrender. Oh, they didn't surrender. It said a high chance. They're idiots. I'm going to kill them now. I'm going to try it. Which one are you going to try, Stu? I'm kind of curious. 15? See, we need to find the bigger building. I don't think this one doesn't have one of those. So, you know, we should be able to force surrender him now. There we go, surrender. 15? That you could use to get pretty good deals on 15 actually. Get the Royal Edition because it has a lot more bang for your buck. Probably wait for it to be on sale, to be honest with you. Final Fantasy VIII is good. A lot of people don't like it because it's got like a love story thing going on. Now, I have played like 15 a lot. Like, out of all of them, I've played 15, 8. My bad. We're talking about 8 because Steer Jersey brought it up. 8 is pretty much like, it has a good system, but people don't like the draw system in 8. They can't stand the draw system. Pretty much how it is, like, in order to get the abilities, like the elemental abilities, you draw them out of enemies, and people don't like that. I'm trying to think how I'm going to do the thumbnails for these streams, because I don't want them to be in the same thumbnails that I have for my videos. I want them to be different. I got the Origins for free from Square, but I heard it's bad. Yeah, you know, you'd have to literally pay me to play that game. Is my 13 is my personal? I mean, some people like 13. I don't really like 13. I'll be real with you. I think 13 is where the franchise started going downhill. But I can't deny that people do like 13. So, you know, I can understand that. I don't agree with it. I think 13 is one of the worst ones. But, you know, I can't say that if you look at 13, there is quality there. It's just, me personally, they don't have the stuff in Final Fantasy that I grown to love. This dude's pretty strong. This unit's kind of weakened. I'm going to have to send her after them. Yeah, I really do enjoy this streaming stuff. Now, keep in mind, we're going to stream more stuff. We're going to stream some Xbox games, too. We're going to stream some PlayStation games. You guys know I got it all. People love to call me an Xbox fanboy, but I play more PlayStation stuff than they do half the time. Alright, so let's move him to get this treasure chest. I don't know what that is, but this is probably going to be a rough fight. But she realistically should mop the floor with him. But it might be a rough fight. Yeah, see, it's going to take a little bit. But the good thing is I've trapped him on this little bridge here. So unless he goes this way, he's going to have to keep fighting her. We're not going to really mess with anything else. Can you stream when you carry smooth? Well, carry smooth in what? You have to be specific. And what am I carrying smooth in, Seto Kaiba? Love the name, by the way, man. Seto Kaiba, love the name. I don't know if you can hear this. Probably not.
You triggered my trap
Probably
card.
can't hear that because I have it going through a different headset. You might be able to hear. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I feel like you should be able to hear stuff regardless. Tell me if you guys heard that or not. Have you heard of that game for Spoken? You should check out the trailer. It looks pretty decent, but I'm worried it'll be very buggy. For Spoken looks hot garbage to me. I'm gonna have to see it, but it looks hot garbage to me. Different topic. Um, then you've talking about now. Do you know if Hard West 2 it's do you know what okay, hold up. Let me read this. But do you know if Hard West 2 it's good? It's on Steam, but it's turn based. I don't know. I'll have to check that after this. Are you getting Forza? I did review Forza, but I'm not the biggest fan of Forza. I don't like racing games in general. I don't mind them. Like, I don't like hate on racing games and act like they shouldn't exist. They're just not my cup of tea. When I see something like a racing game on any kind of like event, I roll my eyes because I know it's not for me. But I know a lot of people like Forza. It's just I don't like Forza. It's just not for me. You know. For Spoken. I don't know, Seto Kaiba. It's not for Spoken. Just I don't know. I'm not gonna say for Spoken doesn't deserve to be around. It's just I don't think it's for me. I might stream it. I'll probably have to review it for the ILP channel, so I'll probably play it. It's just I'm not gonna really enjoy it too much. I might stream it because I think I'm gonna start doing that. If I don't get review codes for games, I'm gonna just stream that whole bastard, man. Because I don't mind streaming and playing games at the same time. I actually enjoy it. Love communicating. It actually keeps me playing games longer because these days my attention span is just getting worse and worse. I will definitely be playing God of War. God of War is going to be a great game, hopefully. And if they mess it up, I'm a roast them on ILP. I'm a roast them. This is going to be a rough battle. So we got a Sentinel in the middle. He's the leader. We got 3 regular knights in front, and we got 2 mages and a healer. So there's not like a healing going on here, but there's going to be a lot of firepower in this battle. Yeah, see, he's hitting the back, but I'm pretty sure we'll be fine. I'm just going to keep ending the turn until we kill him. Seems like new game, but boring characters. I hope you fight more than just troll. If they don't have you fight more than just trolls, it's an L. Be real with you. It's a huge L if we fight more than just if we don't fight more than trolls. See, whole map done. Wasn't too bad. For the most part, we just used Diana to take on all the big people. Look at all these people we surrendered. Now, how this game works is, see all these people that surrendered. Because all they surrendered, we sold them back to their respected countries that they belong to. Because we held them for ransom when we got 1320. I don't know what these stars are yet, but we got them too. Check with Jabari. He completed all the gameplay and story bites on his channel. That's cool. It's just like, I just don't know. Like, something about Forspoken just doesn't launch at me. I can get your... I'm sure you can get my attention, babe. I'm sure you can. I did tell them that. Hold up. Alright, my bad. IOP was talking in the chat. Alright, so let's see. Just seems off Troy. It's an opinion. Don't bent out of shape. I mean, I'm not getting bent out of shape if you're talking to me. It's just I need to see more about it. Oh, I think you're talking to Troy Addict. How is the story boring when you have not seen the story yet? I don't think it's... If we're talking about Forspoken, I don't know. But if we're talking about God of War, you know, we might need to see more on the story. God of War kind of worries me. I feel like there's a lot of stuff going on in God of War that we need a little bit more information for. There's a lot of variables there. I think we need more variables on that information. No one has been out of shape. Just can, but no one can explain why. Troy is okay. Yeah. What are you guys talking about? I want to know in this conversation, man. What you guys talking about? I want the smoke. Guys in there with the smoke. Let's go. What are you guys talking about? Let me in, man, so I can contribute to this conversation. Diana now makes her way through the walls of the Imperial Palace towards the inner sanctum, which contains a teleport to the path of the mountain. The Imperial troops are caught up to this last-ditch effort, and the reinforcements they position as fast as they can. I hate when people do that. I hate when people label feelings to others. It's just a simple question. But what's the question? Can you explain to me the question? I'm curious the question at hand. Give me 1 second, Bob. Gotta go back to the chat. Alright, I find... But according to Troll, you're not allowed to say a game is boring. He is saying the character is boring. We have not seen enough enough of the character to even judge on her character on the story. We talking about... I assume we're talking about Forspoken because we're talking about a woman, and I think, God of War doesn't really have women besides Freya. I'm sure there's women in God of War, but besides Freya, that's the biggest one. I think what he's referring to, Seto, what he's referring to, Troy, is just like what we've seen of the character doesn't seem like she's very appealing. Hold on, we're going to bring up some Forspoken gameplay here in a second. On all no resistance, all faith has been put into the words of dying man. The darkness closed and looking a glimpse of it just as long as they returned. Alright, so pretty much I've gotten to that place where I need to go. First place I like going is the marketplace, but it won't let me go to the marketplace. This is the tech tree, so, you get certain tech stuff if you get here. But let's go ahead and save. Let's look up some stuff on the internet. On the internet. Alright, let me switch this up. While I get some stuff going here. Alright, let me close this out. I just want one tab. I have a habit of making like 1,000 tabs. Alright, so let's go to YouTube. We're going to look up some Forspoken gameplay. Hopefully I won't get hit for any kind of copyright claims. I mean, I do care. I just hope we don't. See, look. All this stuff, man. I'm going to risk getting hit for you guys. Just so you guys can see, man. Just so you guys can see. Let's mute that because we don't need that anymore. Let's do a screen cap. Let's do YouTube. And YouTube. Put up and down. Alright, there we go. Now let's put it all the way down. Alright, so now we're on YouTube, as you guys can see. Alright, so let me make sure everything's going good here. So we got Forspoken gameplay here, as you guys can see. Hold on, let me make sure. Yeah, you guys should be able to see it. What's going on? Oh, there we go. It's on the screen. All right, so as you can see, we have Forspoken gameplay here. Which one do you guys think we should look at first? Was there any shown recently? Because I know there was some show like maybe a month ago that I didn't really look at too much. But I'm curious if you guys want to you know, let's go over this for smoking gameplay, man, because I personally haven't seen anything that's make it to where I feel like it's going to be. Have you seen the last one? No, I didn't. This one that's hold on, let's go trailer to help it look a little bit better. All right, so this one was showed 4 months ago. Are we talking about this exclusive one here? Just watch the gameplay one first. Okay, this exclusive gameplay one, right, Troy? We gonna look at this together. Do a group project, man. Group project. Now let me go ahead and remove some of this other stuff. The donation can go for right now. Feel free to hit me with some super chats if you guys like, man. Help fund the show a little bit. But I'm gonna get rid of that because I want to just focus on just the what's in the gameplay. All right, so let's do this exclusive gameplay that we got going on here. All right, so we're gonna watch this. I'm gonna turn it up. Make sure you guys can hear it. All right, so you guys can hear it. All right, so looks like you got some kind of burst shot going there. So I assume these is like the skill tree in the game. Fires 4 lumps of explosion rocks that deal even more damage more over a wider area. So this is level 3, so it doesn't really go into detail. And I think, oh, that's what's up, Thanos. I appreciate that. You know, it helps. It helps more than you guys know, man. It helps more than you guys know. So you see this burst shot level 3. So they don't really go into a whole lot of detail on these burst shots. But I assume it's because this is level 3. They'll probably go more detail in level 1 and 2. But let's see if it like shows it. So that does look cool. I like because this is made off the Final Fantasy 15 engine. That, to my knowledge, so it is going to have a lot of detail because 15 did have a lot of detail. So if you look at this, you know, he shot the rocket, expanded, so that's cool. What I will say is that, you know, it does look like it's got some customization. It's got a level system up there. Well, see, hold up, Troy. Let's watch the whole thing. Let's do a group photo, man. Group project. Got 15 people in here. We're doing 15 people in this group project. All right, let's look. Blue flash. Are they gonna show what these abilities are? The luminous engine. All right, so like right now the map looks pretty good. I will give it that. The world seems pretty expansive with the smoke. That's kind of a pop-in a little bit, won't you guys agree? Yeah, I mean, maybe that's how, I feel like that's not how fog is in real life, though. Like, you don't see the fog down there at all, but when you climb down there, then it just pops up out of nowhere. I feel like, you know, maybe that's a little bit unrealistic.
Wait, you're not serious, are you?
Can I turn this up a little bit more?
Looks like a flighty one. Try to keep up.
Can't really
So,
keep.
a regular cat then? I got this.
Get out of the way.
So I'm kind of curious if this is an ability that's making her walk this fast. Because if you look, her feet are lit up with rock substance. It looks like. So maybe she's bending like earth to be able to move this fast.
I got this.
So it's got like a locking mechanism. That thing looks weird.
Get out of the way. You may once have been human, but you can't afford to be sentimental.
Yeah, I think I can manage that, thanks.
See, it just looks like really empty. We've seen a little bit of people. There's some people over there a little bit. This is a better way of showing the game than I've seen, though.
Talk I needed.
Gotta look like I got the will. Hold up.
pep talk I
So we got bind, tie enemies up in a tangle of weeds. That's interesting.
needed.
We got prime, place a magical trap in a spot of your choosing that explodes when stepped on, dealing arena damage, or area damage, whatever you guys want to call it.
Yep.
Okay, so he's doing the prime thing. It would be cool if like the actual thing stays there. I think I would say that it would be cool if like the actual material stays there. It's kind of like a little weird that like the actual material just spawns and then it just disappears. Like it would be cool if it like broke off or did something like maybe like melt down. I don't know how I feel about it just like disappearing.
Huh. Huh. Try this for size.
AI was kind of dumb there, Troy. I'm gonna be real with you. Walked straight into that. Clearly, he saw her bring it up, and he's like, cookies. I mean, look, I'm just nitpicking, Troy. Obviously, you know this probably wouldn't affect the overall aspect of the game because the majority of these are like ads. Like they're supposed to be done for a reason.
On it. Got him. Okay. Take that.
Is that like poison that she's using? I'm kind of curious what this is over here. This yellow purple thing. I'm kind of curious how that is.
Ready for this?
So this is like a charged one. Oh, that looks nice. I'm gonna say that looks nice. This does feel real Ubisoft, Turner. I will agree with you. This does feel like real Ubisoft. Like, if I wouldn't know better, I would say this is probably an Assassin's Creed. You know, obviously, we would have to see more to know it's not an Assassin's Creed. And for the most part, Assassin's Creed, I will say, has never been this, like, magic-friendly. But it wouldn't surprise after Odyssey if they would make something like this.
Kind of guessed that already.
Oh, that's cool. Look how many people. She has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in that bubble. I really mess with it. That's cool. And she's throwing like ice too. Does give me a lot of Avatar, the Last Airbender thing. It's like playing Avatar of all things you can do. Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
Cluster bolts fire an arrow which breaks up in midair, raining down bolts that deal damage over a wide area. What was the fan bolt? Is that air?
Okay.
Fires a spray of magically linked arrows out in front of you, dealing damage over the entire arena they cover. Okay,
That's
cool.
what I like. Got one for ya.
It looks interesting. I mean, I will say this is a better show of the actual gameplay that makes me think, you know, that might be worth playing. But I will agree with, you know, them that, you know, this game, we need to see more on it. Like, I need to see more emotions in it. Like, the main character doesn't seem very emotional. I mean, I do like how they've shown, like, actual humans. It looks like there's actual places in the game. They never really did a good job showing this game to me. It's always been one of those things where it's like, could have hit and miss. But I do like that they're actually showing stuff now. So, you know, like I said, Troy Addict, I definitely feel you. I don't think this is like the worst game you could play. I think it's going to be a solid game. What would you guys think this would get in like terms of like actual Metacritic score? I'm feeling 80, 85, around that 5 points. I do like the movement in the game. I think maybe the movement's a little too slow considering how big the world looks. I would have to see exactly how, because if this feels nice, I'm sure this feels nice the first couple moments that you play the game, but I'm curious how it feels 15, 20 hours in the game, moving that slow in a world that looks this big.
Where she fits in the world. Fuck off! I mean,
because this looks fast, but look how big this world looks. Like, they give you the illusion that you're fast, but as far as covering the world, it does look slow. But the world looks good.
Somewhere that's not what I would call Earth, I'm seeing freaking dragons, and oh yeah, I'm talking to a cop. Did I just do that?
We did.
I just moved it with my freaking mind! Yeah, okay, that is something I do now. I do magic, kill jacked up beasts, I'll probably fly next.
No,
Alright,
just
that-
Oh, that was a line.
That's the promotion. I like that.
You're the one that's planning on facing off with Scylla. You will be doing our land a great service by killing her.
Ooh. Oh, she got owned there. Oh, I like that. That's nice. See, that's nice because if you look at that, that's what I was talking about. Like, you know, moving around the map. See if you look. Might be faster actually, like running. I don't know, but that was a cool little. Looks like you have little abilities. That's probably in the skill tree to turn invisible like that. It's like a water monster of some sort. Ooh. Is she on top? Yeah, I will agree with you, Thanos. It's a lot like Final Fantasy, and she moves around like Thanos, like Noctis did if he was like a lot faster. Because that's the difference. Like you had, you could travel around in a vehicle, so you didn't really have to do stuff like this. Ooh.
Let's finish this.
I mean, I don't think we gotta watch too much more of that. I think we know what's going on. We know what's going on. So we'll go ahead and switch back to this. First off, I want to thank with the $10 super chat from Thanos. I got you, fam. I appreciate it. Like I said, man, you know, all the money I get from this pretty much goes back into the show. You know, it just means it's money that I don't have to spend for my own personal paychecks to put into the show. Because people don't realize how expensive this shit is, man. You know, the camera alone that we have for ILP is a very expensive thing. It's not cheap. Then we have this mic, not cheap. So every little bit counts, and I appreciate everyone that does support. You know, obviously, got 13 people in here. It's a lot more than I thought. For some reason, I thought I was going to have like 3 or 4. I do have a little bit of a following. I need to get better on, you know, thinking that, like, you know, I'm just the dude on ILP, the white dude on ILP. I do got some fans, and I appreciate all the support you guys do give me. See what's going on Twitter. We can address the stuff I be seeing on Twitter. You know, there is a lot of drama that goes on Twitter. I stay away from the majority of it. I did notice that there was some catfishing going on Twitter, and for those of you that don't know what catfishing is, it's when people like pretend to be like something that they're not. You know, it could be a variety of things, like a dude pretending to be a chick pretending to be a dude. You know, some people think catfishing is like when people pretend to be like their younger self. So like a form of catfishing would be posting on Twitter that says like maybe on like on a Tinder thing. You know, if I was single, obviously I'm not doing that, babe. So let's make that clear. I'm not on Tinder, but let's say I went on Tinder and I posted a picture of me like 15, 20 years younger, and then acted like that was me now. That's a form of catfishing. See a lot of that going on here recently with you know, some PlayStation fans. I do think that maybe there's probably more that's out there that's Xbox fans, but the only ones I've seen is PlayStation fans, and it's kind of weird in a way because it's just like, why would you do something like that? Yeah, I think that's weird. It's weird energy. But you see it a lot going on here, and you know, I feel like you giving these people that attention is the reason they're doing it. And then you got to look at, you know, all you really got to do these days to grow on Twitter is just to cap for one side. And PlayStation got the most audience, it looks like, because they have the most people that's bought. So you just got to cap for PlayStation. You should be fine. That's probably why you're seeing a lot of this. I don't think it's right. Clearly, I don't think it's right. But, you know, that's why you see people doing it. But I'm sure you guys have seen it just as much as I've seen it. It's pretty much everywhere on Twitter right now. You know, got a lot of drama stuff. You know, I like to say the positivity stuff. Got people that act like any kind of negative notation whatsoever is just being negative. And it's just like, I don't agree with that, because I feel like you got to be open and, you know, honest with these companies. You can get your point across without seeming like a dick. And I feel like a lot of people feel like you giving any kind of bad feedback is dickish energy, and I just don't agree with that. You know, we'll see, man. I do feel like the industry is going in a good way. You know, regardless what happens in the end, I don't know. We'll have to see. But I do feel like we are going in a good direction. And, you know, people that say it is what it is. Xbox is doing well right now. PlayStation is doing well right now. Switch is doing well right now. Like, I feel like this is overall a good place for the whole industry. And, like, you know, I will agree that some people focus entirely on the negative aspects of the industry. And I will agree with you saying that we need to do better on that. But the people that don't want to highlight the negative stuff in the industry, that's not good. It's not good for, you know, the individual companies that you don't want to point out the negativity stuff that's going on with their company. Like, for instance, like, you know, when I talk about something like, hold up, let me go back to this. For instance, this. You know, I talk about Tactics Ogre not coming to Xbox, another game that should be on Xbox not coming. I'm tweeting this so people can see, not speaking out clearly, not working either. Final Fantasy brand, Mega Man Network, and now Tactics Ogre. Xbox has been doing better, but they need to keep it up. And that's pretty much she's saying, look, like, I'm a huge fan of these Japanese games, and I want them to do better. I think that these games should be on the platform, and the fact that it's going on every platform but Xbox is just not acceptable to me. It's coming to the important platforms and PlayStation. You should be able to play it. See, love Kevin to death, but this mentality is the reason that, you know, I feel like some people accept it. I'm not accepting it. It's not on my platform that I play primary on. I got a PlayStation. I don't care. I want it on Xbox. So I'm going to talk until these games start coming on Xbox. I don't know what that's about. Yeah, I get that. You know, I'm not saying, you know, so Hackers 2 is coming to Xbox, so this dude's kind of not paying attention. But, you know, people need to do better. I do think that, you know, we need to be very vocal because, you know, maybe there was an opportunity where Xbox could have reached out and got Tactics Ogre, but they didn't because they knew it wouldn't revenue them. It wouldn't get them bring too much money in the long run. So it wasn't something that they were, you know, strictly looking at. And that's my point. It's like we got to be better on holding companies accountable for not doing what you want them to do. What you want a company to do and what's good for them is two entirely different things. I don't care what's good for them. I want them to do stuff that I want them to do. I do feel like some people are unrealistic with stuff that they want companies to do, and some people are realistic. That's the kind of mentality you'll get once you've been on top for so long, as Sony has been. I agree with you. I think there is a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? There's a lot of Sony thinking they don't have to do anything anymore. I would 100% agree with you on that. And that's why you got to be open with these companies. You got to make sure that they know, I want this stuff on my platform, and I'm not going to stop until it is on my platform. Which that will come with time. You got to keep in mind that will come with time. I think I am going to start covering more general stuff on this channel, not just Xbox. I might just use. Here's the thing, like I'm trying to be better at making more of an attention on stuff on everything and not just one thing. So that's why I'm going to be more open to making videos and maybe doing these live streams. I might do these live streams on Fridays, Monday through Thursday. I do the Addict Show Wednesday. I do IOP Sunday. I'll sprinkle some videos on this channel throughout the week. And Friday, we'll have like a, talk about what happened out there in the industry. I might stream more games too. I mean, Xbox should do better next year. There's no denying that. They should definitely have a better year next year. Because if you think about it, I mean, there ain't a whole lot of places it could go. Give me a second. I'm responding to a message from my girlfriend. Trying to see what we doing. I'm hungry. I got to figure out what I'm going to do for food. Got to eat, man. We got to eat. As you guys can see, I'm a big person, man. Got to eat. That's pretty much all I got for the show today. My girl wants to stream more, you guys. I might start streaming games, like just games itself on Twitch. Do more shows, videos and stuff on here. How many of you guys in the chat actually watch Twitch? I know a lot of our community only really watches Twitch for certain things. They don't watch Twitch like all the time. And that's fine. Like I don't expect people to watch Twitch like that. But I will say is Twitch has a better community to actually, play games. Like this is more of a live show talk where I talk, we'll do what we want, man. Do what the chat community wants. Yeah, that's a good opinion to have, but most don't think it's one to have. Or look, at the end of the day, we got to start giving these loud individuals on Twitter power by retweeting their stuff, by talking about their stuff in general. We got to stop doing that. Twitch definitely needs to improve. It definitely does. See, I guess I want to make sure I don't put my eggs in a bunch of baskets. I want to make sure that I'm well versed. So we do the YouTube thing for a while till I feel comfortable, and then we'll branch out, do other stuff. I am going to start doing more TikTok stuff. I actually enjoy that brand. I know a lot of people like to make fun of it, but I actually do enjoy it. Did you guys see that Xbox Family Pass thing, man? Did you see it? Because it's there. It's out in the wild, man. It's out in the wild. Curious if you guys saw it. $25 a month for 4 people, it looked like. Now, clearly, we don't know if that's going to be like the standard for everything. I would say it might change because I don't know exactly. I can't remember where exactly it was done at. But I wouldn't say that it's going to be the standard for everything, if that makes sense. Yeah, apparently in a different part of the world, Troy Addict, they're experimenting. They're experimenting with adding some kind of program that has family pack and stuff in it, And that was one of the things that they brought up, was that. Bam. See, I got the gaming stuff too, guys. I got the gaming stuff too. Got everything, man. Because part of me, you know, I don't want to end the stream. I'm enjoying the conversation. So we'll play some Fall Guys. $25 a month is a good deal. Yeah, in Colombia. So 25 months for 4 people. You could probably split that up with people that you play with. Or, you know, I do a month and then just rotate it. So I think that would be good. Resident Evil 5, I bought it because I want me and my girl to play it. I do want me and her to play it. I have Resident Evil 4. Actually, I can show you guys all my games real quick. Like, people, I play games. Like, see, let's filter it by... Let's filter it by letter. Hold up. No. I feel like my controller's messing up. Alright, F. So, Final Fantasy 9, 7, 8, 10, 13, 15. All the Forzas, which you guys probably knew that was coming. The Forzas. Then we got, let's see, Resident Evil, right? Resident Evil. Resident Evil 1, 0, 2. I don't got 3. I didn't buy Resident Evil 3. I don't know why. 4, 5, 6, 7. I even got that. You couldn't heal very easily in that game. Oh, Enchanted Arms? Yeah, I got Enchanted Arms. It's probably still downloaded. Yeah, Enchanted Arms. I got Enchanted Arms. You don't know me like that. Great games, man. Great games. I can honestly tell you those are great games. I feel like, you know, the oldies are the greatest. You know, me and my girl might stream Resident Evil 5. I really want her to experience that, because a lot of people give Resident Evil a lot of shit, but I don't agree with that. I think Resident Evil is a good game. You know, 6 could have been better. I'm not gonna lie, 6 could have been a lot better. But I don't even think it was horrible. It was just, it was so disappointing. But I don't think it was horrible. It was still a fun game to play. You know, people need to realize that just because a game didn't do what they originally intended to do doesn't mean it's bad. And I feel like we have a lot of, you know, games have to be good, like good. Like, it's gotta have a good story, it's gotta have good everything, or it's bad. And I understand that to a point, and I understand why people have that mentality, but I do feel like if you had fun playing it, then how can it be bad? Like, people will literally say, oh, the game was fun, it just wasn't that good. Like, it was fun though. Like, I don't know, I kind of miss that mentality a little bit. I love Fall Guys. Fall Guys is so fun. Probably play one more game with you guys. Play this game. You know, I gotta get something to eat. Like, I haven't ate nothing all day. And you ever get to a point where you haven't ate nothing and you're feeling like weak, like legitly weak? Like, I'm feeling like if I couldn't stand up right now. I feel like the only reason that I'm okay is because I'm in this chair. I gotta eat something. I'll probably start streaming a lot more in general for you guys. Work's just not been the greatest to me, and I need to do stuff to keep my mind off of my life, if that makes sense. You know, mental issues. Just gotta have distractions, man. Gotta have distractions. Girlfriend is on her way over here, so keep that in mind. So I'm trying to eat before she gets here. So probably after this, I'll probably call it a wrap. I'm gonna stream Friday. I'm gonna stream as much as I can as daily as I can at 5 p.m. How do you think Atlas will do Persona 6? Do you think it will go back to PS then port later? I think we'll get Persona 6 to 8 date. Part of me feels like we will, because the fact that Persona is finally coming to Xbox, I feel like that might set a relationship to get the next one day and date. You know, it'd be crazy if it was exclusive. I doubt that will happen. I feel like Microsoft should not only push for the exclusivity, but push for Game Pass as well. And, you know, it costs them a lot of money, and I'm sure it will. And, you know, maybe it wouldn't be worth the money that they put into it, but I feel like that would be really good for Game Pass for the Japanese audience, for people in the Eastern part of the world, for people like myself that's in the States that play those type of games. I feel like it would be good. Will that happen? Probably not. Pretty sure you're probably going to play those games when you play those games, and that's okay. You know, it doesn't have to be like that every time. But keep in mind, man, I'll probably be, you know, tomorrow's Friday. I'll probably stream Friday tomorrow too. You know, talking to you guys helps out, man. Helps out. Keeps my mind off of shit. 6 was with Chris and a new dude. It was also with Chris. No, it had Wesker's kid, Jake. There was like 4 stories you could do. It was Chris and the new dude. It was Jake, and I can't remember the chick's name. Leon, and Leon had a character, and then Ada Wong had a secret one that you did afterwards. I feel that, man. I feel that. You know, we're very strong individual people too. So, you know, I've got to keep that in mind too. We're very strong individual people. But I think that's what makes the podcast so well as well. I can't stand that part. That's the only... Really? Probably stream a lot with my girl though. Like, you know, she's really interested in the streaming world. So, you know, I'm hoping, you know, because one of the reasons that I haven't really streamed a whole lot is because, I don't know, like, I know I can stream by myself. I'm streaming right now, doing just fine. You know, I'm able to decide what type of content I want to make. But I always have this, like, mental block that I prefer to stream with a group. And, you know, that's what I'm going to start doing. I just don't know if I want to do on Twitch or YouTube. And I know a lot of people, especially in our community, doesn't want to watch, like, to go on Twitch. But I do feel like I would have a better chance at growing on YouTube, if that makes sense. I mean, on Twitch, because I feel like there's a lot more people on Twitch that watch gaming. Obviously, I think there's probably more people in general on YouTube, but they like to watch people play games, which is the audience that I kind of want to reach out to when it comes to, you know, streaming games itself. I would have to make sure that I appeal to that audience, and I feel like a lot of them is on Twitch. A lot of them is on Twitch. Because I don't know if I'm willing to put more effort into the standard YouTube making things either. Oh my god. Push me out, please. I qualified. I was the last one. I qualified. I bet you my girl's on her way over here. I got a lot of books in my house right now. I'm doing this little new side hustle thing. Probably got like 300 books in my house right now. gonna have to figure out solutions, man. Solutions. Get her on Xbox and PC and stream together, but also remember Twitch is very specific games. You have to play the hot games. I feel you on that, and I feel like my community on YouTube would boost me up in the algorithm on that. But I feel like YouTube is better for videos. I feel like that's where you need to stick with videos. I do want to, you know, make the content at least to make, yeah, and I get that, but then you got to realize that, like, sometimes just because you stream the big games don't mean you're going to be seen, because you might have 80 people streaming those games. You have to make sure that not only are you streaming kind of similar popular games, but you're also streaming ones that you can get up there a little bit. So, you know, if I was able, because I know there's some people that's willing to go over to Twitch, and if I was able to get maybe 10, 15 of them, it would probably put me above a lot of the people in some of these categories. But then I got to find out what am I willing to stream? What am I willing to dedicate time to? I want to be a variety streamer. I know that. Like, I don't want to, like, subjugate myself to only streaming one game. I do want to stream multiple things. And if this dude grabs me one more damn time, I'm going to be mad. People are so dirty on Fall Guys. It's unreal. Is streaming more easier or more viable than editing videos? About the same. I will say editing videos probably takes more time because I have to actually edit the video. Streaming takes more time. If I stream for 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours, that's how long it would take to make an actual video. Right now we're coming up on 2 hours, so I could have made a video. But I feel like I enjoy streaming more. I still enjoy making the videos. It's just I gotta make sure I do it on stuff that I actually really enjoy doing. Like the news videos, they're not hitting the way they used to for me. I used to enjoy doing those. And I have a lot of passion for this industry, so I could talk about just about anything. And I still have relatively enough passion to talk about it. But there'll be certain things I'm just like, I don't care. I really don't. And I think I got to do better at my mindset and my mental capacity to get them. Oh, I got eliminated. Oh, I looked at the chat. Got me eliminated. Oh, it is okay, though. I think today was a successful stream, man. You know, keep up with me on Twitter for my next one. I don't know what the show is going to be called. I still don't know. And I know some of you are wanting to know. Yeah, probably bring the cords, babe. Probably bring the cords. I'm about to get off anyway, babe, to get me something to eat. So I'll call you. But I'll talk to you guys later. I appreciate you guys coming out, man. I really do. You know, I'm going to do more. I told you I'm going to promise you I'm going to be more consistent. I feel like I really enjoy doing this. Like, I enjoy doing this, and I want to do more of it. But I appreciate everyone coming through. We're going to be doing more of this. I don't know about the Twitch or YouTube thing yet. We'll have to figure that out. But follow me on Twitter at LordAddictILP to know when we're doing the next one.